And welcome in. It's ESPN Coastal's high school game day game of the week here from the campus of Windsor Forest. It's the Windsor Forest Knights and the Groves Rebels. The battle of two of the best teams in the region, without a doubt. Star players all over the court, of course. You've heard about it all. This is Kean Carter for three to start things off on the first possession of the game. And he nails it from the corner. Windsor Forest out to a 3-0 start.
Yep, big time game tonight. Two of the best probably in Savannah so far. PJ, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 3-point loss last time by Groves. Windsor Forest beat them 69-66. So expecting a close game tonight, but a lot of action, a lot of energy tonight.
Gerald Colonel there with a rebound. We saw him a lot last week. He's fighting for the rebound here too. That's going to be a jump, and it's going to stay with Groves. So Gerald Colonel, obviously it's going Windsor Forest here, but Colonel a huge part of the game plan for the Groves Rebels, and of course Tremaine Johnson, who was huge in that overtime win against Beach with the missed three.
Absolutely. They were both big time last week. They're the reason why they were able to even squeeze out that win last week against Beach. But they're gonna need a lot of that today. A little bit more execution today on the part of the Groves. Not that right there, as you see a turnover, and Windsor Forest getting off on the break and the easy layup.
Big steal there. That's Karan Anderson with the two after a big steal there by Carter. So Kean Carter.
Oh yeah, Windsor Forest they're hyped up.
Absolutely. 5-0 start here for the Knights.
And a nice little 2-3 zone. Nice take.
This is Tremaine Johnson again. The floater, no good. Follow-up, no good. Gets his own rebound again, though, nice. And hits it for the first points there for Groves. 5-2 lead here for Windsor Forest.
A lot of energy already. Groves, you can see they're in the 1-2-2 kind of zone right now. And on the other end, Windsor Forest is in the 2-3. A lot of shooting pretty early for Windsor Forest. But it looks like both teams want to attack early.
Kean Carter there with the miss down to Colonel here. Now back up to the top to Johnson. Johnson drives right, tries to get it out to Colonel. Is stolen away by Kean.
Oh, they're running.
And the great bounce pass there down to Javante Landy for the 2-point opportunity there on the break. So, like you said, they're coming up. They're playing defense well and causing some turnovers here early.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed, PJ, the Georgetown commit for Windsor Forest, Deontay Bass, he's not in the starting lineup right now. I don't know if he's playing this game. I heard he had an injury in the last couple of games. I don't know if he's playing tonight, but credit to Windsor Forest for coming out here and just sticking to their game plan and bringing energy in the first quarter. They're up 7-2 early and could go up 9-2 and possibly 10-2 right here.
Got the air ball by Kean Johnson, now followed up by the reverse attempt by Anderson. No good there. Groves comes away with the rebound, down 7-2 here early. 5:30 left in the first quarter.
A nice matchup, 1-2-2 for Windsor Forest. They're mixing up that defense a little bit. But like I said last week, I love the patience of Groves. They're going to get the shot that they want. Majority of the time, they're going to feed that big man down low and try to get it to him and get an easy bucket.
Absolutely trying to calm it down a little bit. This is Kean Johnson from the corner and rims out, no good. This is Mike Caballero, the football running back star, taking it down the court and throws it out there to Javante Landy, who misses the three. Tremaine Johnson now here for Groves, taking it back down, setting up that half-court offense. And you saw kind of frantic the first couple minutes, now trying to calm it down a little bit and find their shot.
Ooh, wow, that's a nice move. Got to finish.
A good pass there down to Colonel. Colonel, the scoop no good, but puts it up, and that's going to end one.
You saw a lot of that last week where he may have missed the first initial basket, but he gets that second basket with the extra effort. But he can't leave a lot of food on the table tonight. They're going to need those tonight.
Absolutely. Jared Colonel able to come up with his own rebound. Obviously, you want to see him hit that first shot, finish that first shot. It took a long time in that Beach game, but he really found his rhythm in the second half and in overtime. But maybe that's the spark to get him going here early against Windsor Forest.
Absolutely. Feed the big man down low. He was big last week. He's going to be big tonight. You can already tell he's coming out with the energy.
Tremaine Johnson coming up with a big rebound off the free throw, and that's Colonel again, finishing down low.
Big man is not a lost art in basketball. Feed the big man.
Absolutely. Here's Windsor Forest taking it down, and that's a foul. Looked like he was going up. Is that going to be on the floor or a shot attempt? And it looked like it's going to be two shots there for Bossie Scott. That one on Amari Grant there for Groves. Now, Bossy Scott, big wide receiver for the football team, taking shots down the field and brings that kind of speedy, lanky, long build now to the basketball court and able to get to the free throw line. But like you said, got to come away with these from the free throw line throughout the game.
It's been a thing the last couple of weeks. Free throws for every team that we've watched so far. And you see Windsor Forest going 0-2 from the free throw line. Those are big games like this. This is a region game.
Yep.
Possible region regular season championship on the line. You have to make those free throws in big games.
That's 0 for 3 from the line for both teams so far to start this one. 7-6 lead here for Windsor Forest halfway through the first quarter. Throws it into the middle here to Colonel. Colonel takes it back out and gets it over to Tremaine Johnson to reset up the offense here.
You got to love the patience from Groves. You got to love it. They're finding holes in their defense and trying to execute.
Tremaine Johnson with the long three there, battling down low. Windsor Forest going to come away with a rebound, but thrown away, it looks like. That was tipped by Groves, but did it go off of Windsor Forest again? And it looks like it did. So Groves going to keep it and get another, get that extra possession with some of that hustle play that we've seen from them so far this year. Akeem Johnson to the top, now back down to the corner. And for three, that's a little too long, and Windsor Forest going to come away with a rebound. That was Tremaine Johnson with the missed three there from the corner.
Seeing a nice 2-2-1 press from Groves, trying to speed up Windsor Forest, but that's
Bossy
a nice shot.
Scott, that's the thing. You start to press like that. If the passing is good by the other team, you leave some corners open. If they're able to knock down those shots, that's a bad thing for obviously your defense. So that's two corner threes for Windsor Forest so far.
Absolutely. That's one thing about the 2-2-1 press or the 2-2-1 in general. You're leaving that corner wide open. It could, translate to a lot of made or missed threes on the other end.
Jermaine Johnson unable to come away with it, but this is a Javante Landry who gets down the court quickly, comes away with the foul. Almost had that one go in, but not able to finish, comes away with 2 free throws. And again, they got to come away with these free throws here from the line. Both teams haven't hit one yet, 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Oh, man, 0
and
for
now
4
0
now.
for 4.
Yeah, that's something you don't like to see. I've noticed the difference from this game from last week. You remember, last week it was like 4-2 at this point, almost at the end of the first quarter. It's 10-6. These guys are getting out running. When they last time played, it was 69-66, kind of a high-scoring game to what we're accustomed to in the last couple of weeks. But you got to make these free throws in big games.
Landy hits the first free throw of the night. Windsor Forest pushes it back up to 5 with the 11-6 lead here. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. That's a good point. These teams, when they get on the basketball court together, they can win with low-scoring games, but it seems like they tend to score a lot when these two face off.
Absolutely. That's one thing about a championship team. You can play ugly, you can play nice, finesse, you can do everything. And Windsor Forest, they're locked in right now in that zone. Coach from Groves called the timeout. They're locked in on the Windsor Forest side.
I'll tell you, he was looking for that for a while. Surprised it took that long to get to it. But either way, Windsor Forest, or Groves, going to come away with a timeout. It's going to be a 30. We'll hear from Geechie Rootz here while they take this timeout.
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
That's Geechie Rootz. Appreciate all they do for high school sports here around the area. Be sure to go get some apparel there at Geechie Rootz. This is Groves to the corner. Akeem Johnson now shifts it back up to the top and rotating it around with this half-court offense for the Groves Rebels. Trying to find something. Point so far has come down low, and that one a good pass cutting down the lane was Amari Grant, but not able to come away with a 2. This is Landy who gets out on the break. A great pass down to him, and Landy comes away on the other side. 13-6 lead here for Windsor Forest.
Windsor Forest is getting out, but again, oh man, that's
Colonel.
a nice touch by the big man. We didn't see that last week, but we're seeing it tonight.
That's it. That was a beautiful little sky hook there by Colonel and able to finish. He's got 6 here early
But the
for
thing,
Groves.
the thing I'm loving for Windsor Forest, the defense they're throwing at Groves right now, they're throwing different type of defenses and mismatches, and vice versa on the other end for Groves. Though, if they get a turnover, they force a turnover right there.
Yep, good defense there. That's a Bossy Scott. Comes away with the travel there, and there he is. Deontay Bass coming in the ball game here, 1:36 to go. Like you said, Georgetown commit. Let's see what he can do when he involves himself in this ball game.
Absolutely. We know the young man has talent. It has talent. He's committed to Georgetown. Congrats to him. Let's see what he can do. His team, they've held their end of the bargain. It's 13-8 while he was out, and that's a pedigree to just coaching and the tradition they built here.
Absolutely, and maybe able to and not tipped away, and going to go to Windsor Forest here, and you see now the size difference a little bit less here between Colonel and Bass, so that's certainly a good thing defensively for Windsor Forest to see if they're able to lock down even more in the half-court sets. 1:05 to go here in the first quarter. Now to the corner here for Caballero. He's double-teamed, but he's able to find Scott down low. Scott trying to work on the big man, and he does it with the reverse. Finishes on the other side to give a 7-point lead here to Windsor Forest.
That's nice. I mean, Windsor Forest is coming out here, and they're playing with a lot of energy. Obviously, they're playing upset, and I love when people play upset, but they're playing controlled at the same time.
Tremaine Johnson with a nice crossover move, misses the layup, but Colonel able to finish. That gives him 8 in the quarter. Mike Caballero, after the solid defense there by Grove, steps out of bounds while trying to find someone, and you can tell they're trying to double team, trying to do everything they can here defensively to get Windsor Forest to make a mistake, and they've been able to do so here the past couple times.
Absolutely. Credit to both teams. The execution, the adjustments, the different type of defenses they've thrown in this quarter, man-to-man, full court press, 1-3-1, 2-2-1, 1-2-2 zones. You got to credit both teams. The coaches are coming out here. It's like a chess match right now, and obviously Groves is holding for the last shot.
I was about to say, talk about a chess match. They're going to try and hold here for the last 35, 40 seconds of the quarter. Now down to 10. Down 15-10. This is Ikeen Johnson. Tries to find the middle. Bass to contest. Comes away with a block, and Keene saves it. Now up to Caballero. Gets the shot away, and he banks it in.
Wow. You got to be happy about that if you're Windsor Forest. If you're Groves, you want to take that shot on the left wing and not drive that into the big man.
What a relay that was. You have Bass down low contesting the shot, coming away with it. Keene Carter saving it. The pass up to Mike Caballero and banks it in from, I'd say, probably Steph Curry range. There from about 3/4 or a quarter court there just inside the half-court line. So with that, the banked in 3, I don't know if he called bank or not, but either way, Windsor Forest going to come away with the 18-10 lead here. Let's hear from Cash and Carey before we bring it on back for the second quarter.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carey. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
High School Game Day Game of the Week. DJ Zuko, Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of Windsor Forest. Mike Caballero just finished off the quarter with a 3. Misses that one, but back out here to Keene Carter, puts up a 3, and that one rims out. Ikeen Johnson comes away with a rebound here for Groves, down by 8 to start off the second quarter.
PJ, it's a lot of college guys on the court. That's why I say we're not watching a high school basketball game, even though it's technically high school. This is a college basketball game. These guys are out here running and moving and finishing at the cup.
This is Landy with the gather and pass up to Mike Caballero. Caballero able to finish here, has the last 5 points for Windsor Forest, and they push it to a 10-point lead here, 20-10.
If you're Groves, you don't want this game to get out the way. It's 20-10. And, Windsor Forest is on their own kind of run, and they're playing in this 1-2-2. Feed the big man as such and get some easy buckets down low.
As Colonel again with a rebound down low, puts it up, and that one rims out. Colonel right now has 8 of the 10 for Groves. At the end of the day, you want to feed him down low, but you got to find someone else to hit some shots for you.
Absolutely. You got to find somebody else who's going to be that guy to wake up today and open up this offense for Groves, because right now it's a little stagnant.
Deontay Bass with the pass over to Keene Carter. He's able to gather it. Mike Caballero now driving baseline and gets it back out to Landy. Landy drives, kicks it to Caballero from the corner, and that one no good. Colonel with a pass out to Ikeem Johnson, able to get out on the break and breaks the scoring streak there for Windsor Forest. Finally able to get back on the board here. Now down 8, 20-12.
Last week I told you I like Johnson, his energy, the leadership that he brings to the game. He gets out on the fast break and just makes an easy bucket happen and get his team back into the game to kind of stop that Windsor Forest run. But they need a little bit more of that. They need somebody to wake up and be that second option on the other end.
Absolutely. Dante Bass here at the top gets it back out. And this is Landy. Javante Landy running the show here from the top of the key. Gets it to Bass. Bass to the corner to Abasi Scott, who tries to save it but doesn't. Goes right back to Colonel. Now this is the big man out. Gets it to a guard now. Tremaine Johnson here on the left side. Passes it over.
That's a
and
nice
this
shot.
is a three from Kari Manning. Saw him hit a few there last week, but doesn't come away with this one. Now back out to Manning. Manning double teamed here on the sideline. Is that going to be a jump ball or a foul?
I don't know if that's a foul. I think that's a jump ball right there.
Yeah, it didn't look like they are going to be. It's going to be a foul call on number 4 there, Bossy Scott. So they were all over him, but I thought I saw a lot of hands on the basketball. But either way, that's going to be a foul on Scott. Now big rotation here for Windsor Forest. You have Dante Dorman coming in the ball game, Laren Smalls as well, and Quarren Anderson back in the ball game as well.
The energy is definitely here, but Johnson goes out for Groves. Let's see if somebody could come in and pick up some of the offensive slack, because he's one of the leaders of this Groves team.
Now Sidney Flagg short on the 3 there. Windsor Forest gets out on the break, and Landy puts it up. Was fouled as he put it up there, not able to come away with the 2, so he'll go to the free throw line here and try for a couple. 22-12 here, still 5:19 to go in the second quarter. Scoring has slowed down a little bit here in the second, but Landy here to try and fix that from the free throw line. That one bangs out, though.
Man, yeah, the scoring has slowed down. Like we said, it was a chess match at the beginning of the game. Teams are trying to figure out each other. And now the game slows down a little bit when you get in that second quarter. Now it's about who can execute, not who can hit the most threes per se or get on the fast break and be flashy, but who can execute in the half-court set. Because now the game slowed down. It's not speeding up anymore. These teams are settling in and ready to go. It's just a 9-point game. If you're Grove, you got time to get back in. And if you're Windsor Forest, just do what you do and keep executing.
Javante Landy from the stripe, 1 for 2 there. Only the second made free throw on the night for both these teams. Colonel in the middle, shifts it back over. Now this is Manning from the corner, and an air ball a little bit too far. That one tipped. Windsor Forest tips it out of bounds. That's Dante Dorman not able to come away with a rebound. But I'll tell you, there were some big threes in that game last week against Beach that Groves was able to hit. That shooting has not been there at all tonight from the three-point line.
Absolutely not. It hasn't been there tonight. I don't think they've hit a 3 tonight. All their points have came in the paint. If it grows, you need to attack the rack, get easy fouls, get easy buckets, and make it kind of easy on yourself. Get at the free throw line, slow the game down a little bit, because that's the type of style you like to play. That's a nice bucket. Got to finish, though.
Adricon Singleton saw him with some big moments last week against Beach as well. Not able to come away with that one down low. Windsor Forest back in action here in the half court. This is Dorman for a deep 3. That one a little short. Colonel able to get him away with a rebound. Nice pass to Manning.
Travel.
And is that going to be a travel? It is.
Absolutely.
Got to put it on the floor at least once there. He caught it and thought he could get away with those 2 steps, but
this is 2 straight weeks in a row where we've seen Groves have to come on the road, go into a hostile environment. Last week was Beach. This week is Windsor Forest. And last week they were able to slow down the game, kind of execute. Today we're seeing a lot of miscues. I don't know if it's, they're coming into another hostile environment, not playing at home. But they look a little off, but they're only down 9. You got time to get back in this game, and you're playing good enough defense to keep you in.
That was a nice no-look pass there from Bass. Not able to come away with points, though, but Landy drives back in baseline and finishes. Windsor Forest pushing that lead 23-12 now. Jermaine Johnson steps back and hits the mid-range jumper. That's nice. A good answer, and again, need to see that consistently from the Rebels here if they want to get back in this ball game. Now down 9 for 3. That's a deep 3 there by Smalls. Not able to come away with it. Ikeem Johnson pushing it and not able to finish, but Colonel with the dunk and the follow-up.
That's what you like to see. Now, I told you, if Groves gets out in transition, it's kind of their game. They have some really fast and athletic players that can get out. We've seen Johnson miss the layup, but who follows up? Colonel, of course. It's the same thing from last week. These guys, when they get out and running, it's hard to stop them.
Back down to the corner, you see Groves being a lot more aggressive with their defense right now. You have the press, the full court press going. They're double teaming once Windsor Forest comes across half court, so trying to be a lot more aggressive. And again, come away with the foul there. But hey, someone once told me if you're not fouling, you're not playing good defense, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
absolutely.
at the end of the day, you play good defense, sometimes you're going to have that. Interesting note on Groves as well. It's technically a home game for them. Remember, their gym and school being rebuilt right now.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's Bass for 3. Big shot from Dante Bass there, pushing the lead back to 10. So, yeah, last week at Beach, technically a home game. This week at Windsor Forest, technically a home game as well. But like you said, having to still play in this hostile environment.
Oh, absolutely. But once again, just credit the Groves. That's tough. Going all year, not being able to play at home, have that home game in your own comfort of your own gym. Every game's a road game, and yet you're still competing to be a state contender. You're playing like a state contender with a really nice record this year. And you haven't played a home game yet. That's a testament to coaching and their players for just having the mental fortitude to play through that all year long.
Absolutely. That's tough. Credit to the fans as well. Saw a pretty big Groves unit of fans out there last week, and same thing this week as well. But still, again, like you said, playing in a hostile environment, always tough. 2:36 to go here in the ball game, and a couple of turnovers the last couple possessions of travel, and another turnover there, this one by Windsor Forest. So Groves back with it. 2:30 to go in the first half, and trying to break into this 10-point lead that Windsor Forest has.
That's nice. That's how you break a zone.
Pass down low. That was fantastic. You had the pass out by Colonel, and then back down low from Manning to Amari Grant, who hits the 2.
One thing about some of these zones, if you could get in the middle of the defense, you could go ahead and break it.
Absolutely. All about those positionings and passes.
Nice
Comes away with another steal. Colonel with a pass up to Grant, not away with to come away with a layup. And this is Windsor Forest pushing it in the steal there. This frantic here, but is Groves going to calm it down a little bit? They are. Tremaine Johnson now at the top.
Beautiful patience. Johnson could have attacked Bass. With beautiful patience, get a high percentage shot. You're only down 8. You get this bucket, you're down 6 or 5 points. You can feed your big man, get in the low post, and just spread this zone out.
This is Kari. Manning drives in, passes back out to Ikeen Johnson, who hits the floater in the lane, cutting that lead to 6 now. 26-20, the lead for Windsor Forest. 1:20 to go here in the first half.
This Groves defense is waking up too. They're waking up. And that bench is waking up as well as you hear the defensive chants. Let's see how Windsor Forest responds, though. They're only up 6 now. Let's see how they respond.
This is Anderson driving in, pushes it back out. And the 3 there for Smalls, not able to come away with it. Now the battle down low by Dorman and Johnson. That's going to be a tie-up jump ball going Groves' way.
Yeah, if you're Groves right there, I know you've got the jump ball, but you have to box out as well. We saw 3-4 guys just sitting there waiting for the ball to land. You got to box out. This is a big-time game. Guys are diving and scrapping for the ball. Box out, get on the other end, get to the cup on the fast break.
Absolutely. Again, we keep talking about that game we had with Beach, but this kind of reminiscent of that, right? You had the lead at 11 at one point. Now you have the lead at 10 at one point. And Groves kind of scratching and clawing right back into it every single time. Now down by 6 with the ball, 1 minute to go here in the first half.
All right, are you trying to insinuate we might be in for another overtime thriller?
Oh, who knows? I wouldn't have a problem with that by any means.
I would love that overtime thriller, but Groves might be holding for the last shot again. That's one thing about high school. No shot clock. You can hold the last 50 seconds for a shot, but I don't blame them.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's one thing to burn it for 30 seconds, but this was a full minute when they got the ball here. And now shifting it back over, trying to be a little bit more aggressive. That's Kari Manning in the lane, and some fans clamoring for a travel there. Either way, he's able to finish with the floater, and it's 26-22.
My apology to the Groves offense. You was just being patient, trying to get an easy bucket. And what did you do? You got rewarded the easy bucket. Now let's see if Windsor Forest can respond. Groves is on their own kind of run.
This is Landy out to Bass. Bass with the fake to the corner. Now the pass down low to Mike Caballero. He did have the continuation there, but it didn't fall. I mean, like you said, a fantastic pass there by Bass. You saw him fake it to the corner, and that's just what a guy from Georgetown gives you, right? He'll give you the size and all that good stuff, but he had the fake pass to the corner, the drive, the fake shot, and then the pass down low when he sees a man wide open. I mean, that's just beautiful basketball.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he'll give you. He'll give you a different level of, talent on the court. Georgetown is Georgetown. We're talking about Allen Iverson, Patrick Ewing, players like that, and that's what school he's going to now. But I mean, he's coming out here and giving you kind of a different dynamic for a 6'8" forward. I don't even call him a big man. A 6'8" forward can shoot the ball, dribble, and pass the ball off the dribble. That's something that's good for Windsor Forest going down the road.
Absolutely. Mike Caballero there, missing from the line on the first one. The second free throw, that's going to be short, just barely hits the rim. 9 seconds now for Groves. Tremaine Johnson driving it down, gets all the way to the lane, but loses it. Was that tipped by Windsor Forest? It was. Groves going to retain possession. 4.2 to go here in the first half. And coach going to have a couple subs in. He brings in Colonel back in the ball game. And then you have Philip Bing, who hit a 3 or 2 there last week. So
kind of playing some situational basketball right here for the last 4 seconds.
Absolutely. The pass out to Ikeen Johnson. Ikeen Johnson rims out. And Mike Caballero tries another one. This one from about full court. And it hits the rafters up top. So not going to have another buzzer-beating shot like we had there in the first quarter. But what an exciting ball game this has been so far. 26-22, your score here as we go into halftime. Windsor Forest leading this one. And again, you had the lead pushed out to 11, pushed out to 10 a couple times. But one thing about Groves, man, they're going to be scrappy. They're going to get back into it. They've done it again. Now only down by 4 after some aggressive defense, some good turnovers, and some timely, I'm not even going to say timely shooting, right? The drives and the floaters, the finishes in the lane in traffic have been huge for Groves.
Yeah, I mean, I'm checking my clock right now. It's 8:15. This was a fast first half.
Yeah, it was.
Credit to the refs. Not a lot of foul calls, but I didn't see a lot of fouls out there anyway. It's a lot of good defense going on the court tonight. Groves is playing good defense. You're seeing them switch up their defense pretty much every other possession. 1-3-1, 2-2-1, 1-2-2, full court man, the full court press, and vice versa. Windsor Forest, they're kind of sticking into their zone. Haven't really seen them press a lot when it comes to guarding Groves, but they're sticking to that zone because they're using their size and their length. Once they put in Bass, they were able to, stick to that zone and kind of, protect the rim at all costs. But Groves, at the end of the day, they went on a run at the end of the half to kind of cut the deficit to 4 points. Both teams are coming out and executing. But if you're Windsor Forest, I want to say you went 2 of 10. 1 of 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah,
you knock that down. It's a double-digit point game.
That has been a problem for both teams. I believe we've only seen 2 hit free throws so far. So I mean, that's huge. When you get points to the line, you got to be able to take it, right? And we just haven't seen that so far. But either way, you have on the Windsor Forest side of things, Dante Bass not play for a lot of that first quarter. Comes in with a minute left in the first quarter. You had the lead, and you see automatically what kind of spark he brings to the offensive side of this team. Doesn't have to score all the points, right? But he's able to flow that offense through him, get some great open looks from him, from the attention he brings when he has a presence on the court. But also defensively, you saw Colonel, I think he had 8 of the first 10 points there for Groves. Kind of slowed down a little bit once you have a 6'8" counterpart on the basketball court with you.
Absolutely. He kind of slowed down, but Colonel, he's still a really good player. He came out there and he still impacted the game in the second quarter with a tip-in dunk, getting a couple of rebounds, keeping his team alive. But on the other end with Bass, I mean, he comes in, he gives you a big-time 3. You go up a couple of points with that. He's making good passes. He's feeding the paint, hitting the right spots for the against the defense. Now it's about just keeping them in the game, execute, play good at the other defensive end, and you'll be fine if you win for us.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, that's kind of where I was going next, right, with kind of what both teams have to do moving forward. Yeah, both teams kind of show what they can do here in the first half. Groves able to fight back both times, but at some point you can't let that lead build, right? You're not always going to have a comeback in you, I feel like. But like you said, really good teams. They're able to win scrappy. They're able to win clean as well. What do you think both teams have to do to be able to secure themselves a win here in the second half?
If you're Groves, you're going to have to play ugly tonight. Just like last week, you played pretty ugly last week. You're going to have to play ugly and scrappy tonight. to get this W. You're on the road every game. You're on the road now that I found out, but you're gonna have to play ugly. You're gonna have to get in this game, dive for loose balls, box out, get on the fast break. You're not getting a lot of points in the half court set. So what does that mean? You have to get stops on the defensive end, rebound, outlet the ball, and get to running. If you went to Forest, you just play your game. I've seen it all. It's the tale of two halves for both teams. One team is getting buckets in the half court set. The other's getting out on the fast break. Windsor Forest getting your sets, hit open jump shots, make your free throws, and you're going to walk out of here with a W.
Absolutely, and we'll see what team is able to do that here in the second half as Windsor Forest with the 26-22 lead here over the Groves Rebels at halftime. Have about 5 minutes left here in halftime, so be sure to go grab a snack, fill up the coffee, whatever you need to do to get ready for this second half. But first, I want to hear from our sponsors here on ESPN Coastal, ESPN's High School Game Day Game of the Week on ESPN Coastal. Got to thank Grainger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. Also got to thank our guys there at Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings. Let's hear from them here on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Cool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
We are Joey and Naomi Schultz. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
And we're back here with you to start the second half. Windsor Forest going to start with possession here with the 26-22 lead here in the second half. A little score update from Dennis Knight with the Savannah Morning News. Gerald Colonel there for Groves. 10 points, the leading scorer there. Colonel, though, had 8 of the first 10. Then Deontay Bass came in the ball game and only had 2 for the last quarter and a half there. So that's the kind of defensive impact that Bass has had in the game so far. Leading scorer for Windsor Forest, pretty balanced so far. Yeah, Devontae Landy, though, with 8, able to get in the lane and finish on some of those. Hit a couple free throws as well to lead the Knights in scoring so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the impact of somebody, maybe your height, a big man with, some tenacity on the other end can do. We saw Colonel kind of dominating that first quarter. Bass comes in, somebody who's the same type of height, and kind of like, changed the game and structured the game out to where it's like, okay, now we're even. And you see Bass, he's able to pass out the low post and hit an easy jumper. Now he's just driving and making good passes. Let's see if they can execute.
Shipman in there passing it all around. Finds Scott there at the top of the key for the three-pointer to start off scoring here in the second half. Pushes it to a 29-22 ball game here for Windsor Forest. We saw so many drive and kicks there, and it's just all about finding the right shot. And they were very patient, but still able to find the good shot there for Scott there at the top.
Well, both of these teams are state championship teams. So one thing they're going to do, they're going to move that ball around. It doesn't matter who gets, the scoring load that night. They're just looking to win and get W's on the win column, man. And wow, they're out.
Yeah, it's Abasi Scott using that speed that we saw on the football field here on the basketball court to finish off for 2. He's got 5 already.
That speed and that length.
Yeah, in the third quarter. Now up by 9, 31-22.
If your Groves right here, if you don't get a bucket right here, you might need a timeout.
That's Kari Manning. Kari Manning able to hit the 3, and we'll see if that starts the shooting in a good way here for the Groves Rebels. That's the first 3 of the ball game for the Rebels to go in. Now only down by 6.
The ultimate equalizer in basketball. That 3-point shot, the ultimate equalizer. They come down, they get 5 straight points. You get a 3-point bucket. Now you're just only down 6 instead of 9.
Keen Carter looked like stepped on the sideline there as he went to drive and pass it. So Groves now going to come away with the basketball down by 6 here, 31-25.
Neither team should be in any rush. It's the third quarter. You're down 6 or you're up 6 if you're Windsor Forest. Just be patient, get in your sets, and get easy buckets.
Kari Manning for 3 again. That one rims just out. It must have hit the rim 3 or 4 times. But Akeem Johnson tracks it down.
Pass.
Now down to the middle, down low to Singleton. And he comes away. He's going to get fouled there on the layup attempt. Not able to finish. And it looks like that's going to be on Landy, I believe, coming in just over the back to try and contest that shot by. So Jaquan Singleton here from the free throw line. Again, we saw him make some plays against Beach. That one rims out there last week, but did get banged up in that ball game. Comes in a little later here in this one, but already starting to make an impact down low.
Yep, glad to see him out there. You don't want anybody getting injured, so let's hope everybody stays safe, stay healthy. But he's a glue guy to this team. He's the hustle guy. He gets the rebounds. He makes the dirty plays that nobody else wants to do that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. I'm glad he was able to go to the free throw line and at least hit 1 or 2, though. 1
or 2 from the line, and a good steal here by Akeem Johnson. They try to find it, get it back to him for the layup, but that one's stolen away by Windsor Forest. Mike Caballero goes in. That's blocked by Colonel. But it's back out to Windsor Forest. They settle it down here at the top with Landy. And Landy driving him down on the sideline, goes hit down low, blocked again by Colonel. Singleton with the rebound, tries to pass it out, but Bass tips it away.
Wow.
They leave Dante Bass open for 3, and he hits.
Look at that change of events. You get 2 blocks. It's a lot of length on the court. We see 2 blocks from Colonel, then we see the deflection from Bass, and he hits a 3. It's a lot of length on the court. You got to fake pass and maybe do a couple of bounce passes if you're Groves and if you're Windsor Forest. Tread lightly going into that paint.
Here's the thing. If you don't see, well, it's a shot here by Tremaine Johnson, and he's able to hit. That mid-range shot is clean from Tremaine Johnson. If he's able to get a clean look away, he's probably going to hit it. Now Groves with this pressure here, and Keen Carter for 3. Colonel might have got a piece of that one.
We're seeing things speed up in this game. It's starting to get, a little fast right now. High-octane basketball. So let's see if they can keep it that way.
Yeah, here comes Groves slowing it down a little bit, setting up the half court, kind of 4 around 1. Colonel shifts it over here to Manning. Manning for three. That one's short. Mike Caballero with a rebound. Akeem Johnson. Akeem Johnson saw the basketball there for a second, but got his arms around Caballero there and comes away with a foul. So after the frantic couple of minutes there, a 34-28 lead here for Windsor Forest. So still up by 6 with 4:46 to go here in the third quarter.
Kind of a chess match right now. Neither team can kind of like pull away or get away. If you're Windsor Forest, you're trying to expand this lead. You don't want it to be a close game messing with Groves. And if you're Groves, you're trying to get back in this game. But right now, it's kind of just at a steady pace.
Landy with the drive. Caballero with a missed shot. Colonel comes away with the rebound, pushes it out to Akeem Johnson. Did a little hop step in the lane, but not able to come away with a layup. This is Dante Bass able to bring it back to the half court here for Windsor Forest. And not going to be a travel by Abasi Scott. He jumped up to grab the ball, and then he kind of hop-stepped again before he made his move. So that'll travel there by Scott. But as you said, it's kind of been like the lead's been 4-6, and it's kind of staying right there so far through this third quarter.
Yeah, I've noticed one thing. Last week, Groves was able to finish a lot of baskets at the rim. You see Johnson finish those baskets. Today, he's not really finished those baskets, but I know why. You have that big presence down low, and it's a little bit hard, getting shots down low when you got a 6'8" guy waiting for you.
And Windsor Forest comes away with the ball. Oh, is he able to finish that one? He does. Landy with the tough finish. He brings it in down the lane with his right hand. It gets kind of wrapped up from behind and still able to contort his body around and finish that one down low for the three-point play.
He's having him a night. He's finished, 2 of those type of shots before this one. He has 10 points on the night. Let's see if he can knock down the free throw. He had the 2 long free throws in the first half for Windsor Forest and the entire game, but he's played great. Calm, cool, poised, and collected. Knocks down the free throw.
And hits the free throw there, which has been big in this ball game for both teams. 9-point lead. Windsor Forest pushes it back out to 37-28 here in this one. Let's hear once again from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's KoolVibesPizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
And welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko and Cam Ursery here with you from the campus of Windsor Forest, and the Knights with the 37-28 lead here on Groves. 3:56 left to go here in this third quarter. So back and forth ball game here. I was going to say during that third quarter, I mean, if you don't have open room in front of you, it's probably best not to try and go over the top in this one, because we've seen, like you said, so many deflections, blocks so far from all of the length on this court.
I mean, look at the length right now. They're spreading them arms, and just look at the length on the court. I mean, it's insane. The type of kids that play high school basketball. They almost say college, because it's like a college game right now.
It almost is. The shot there from Colonel bounces out, and Kari Manning takes it back out to establish this half-court offense once again. This flags down to the corner. Akeem Johnson trying to drive baseline. Nothing there. Sydney Flags now back at the top. Gets it down to Colonel down low with a dribble, hop step. Not able to come away with a shot. Abasi Scott comes away with the rebound, pushes it out to Landy, who settles it down a little bit. Now throwing it back to the top for Bass. That one's stolen away by Manning. Manning gets it out in front to Akeem Johnson, who's able to finish the easy layup there. 37-30. Here, the Windsor Forest lead.
That's what Grove is going to have to do to get back in the game. I said it at the half. The key to getting back in this game is creating turnovers and then getting out on the fast break and getting easy buckets.
Dante Bass almost loses it, but able to get away. The reverse layup, no good. Colonel comes away with a rebound and flags down low. But, man, Abasi Scott able to track it down. He steps out of bounds, but my goodness, the speed on him. And we saw the ups from him a second ago. I mean, you could tell. I know I keep bringing it up, but after seeing him on the football field for so long, you can tell. You can look out and say, okay, that kid's a wide receiver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not supposed to be that tall and that fast. He's running like fast right now. He hustled down the court, but you got to love it. That's championship basketball. He doesn't hustle down the court. Guess what that is? The easy bucket on the other end, and we're talking about 37-32. Instead, it's 37-30.
That's it. 2:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Sydney Flags at the top here, rotating and around, trying to find some open room. Out to the corner here to Bing. Bing back to Flags. And dribbling around here, trying to, again, find that open room, but not able to find a lot of it. This is Manning. Manning spins around, throws it away. Mike Caballero to the corner here for Landy. Puts up the three. That one rims out. Windsor Forest, did they come away with it? Man, it's a frantic battle here. Windsor Forest comes away with the ball. Abasi Scott now back to the corner to Caballero.
Slow it down. Yep. There you go, because that was pretty frantic like that, but I love the energy right now.
I know I'm saying that word a lot tonight, frantic, man, but I mean, how else do you describe this?
No,
it's all over the place sometimes.
All over the place, but the energy is off the charts right now in this jam. It's off the charts for both teams.
That three attempt rims out, and Grove's going to come away with the possession here. Ikeem Johnson coming back in the ball game here for Sydney Flags with 1:55. Now, excuse me, Kari Manning going to come out. Flags going to stay in the ball game here with Ikeem Johnson rotated back in.
If it grows, you got to get a bucket in this half-court set. Oh, man.
And a little bit of hesitation, got that one stolen away. Abasi Scott now down with it, and he just loses it.
Love the energy, but like I said last week, you got to execute with that energy. 2 back-to-back turnovers for both teams. That kind of hurts. Kind of messes up momentum, but if it grows, you'll take that after the turnover you just did. You got to come down here and get the bucket in this half-court set, though. You're down 7, but you're in need of a bucket now.
Look out at the court. A lot of guys kind of getting a rest right now, so maybe you see some of those jitters from the other guys coming in the ball game.
Nice.
Ikeem Johnson, no jitters there, but not able to finish at the rim. There as it bounces out. Windsor Forest here for 3. That one rims off the back of the rim there. That was Ahmad Grosvenor. And out running again, Ikeem Johnson. Does he finish this one? He does, man. That one rolled around the rim 2 or 3 times before it found its way in.
This kid is fearless. He's attacking, but you can tell he's tired. Coach might take him out with about a minute left to get him a breather for the fourth quarter, but he's tired, but well-deserved. I mean, he's out here running. He's just playing his hardest. He's attacking the rack.
Absolutely. You saw him kind of slow up there at the end of that break, and we'll see how it goes here, but this is Dorman. Driving baseline, he's able to finish it and one.
Oh, man.
And, yeah.
I don't know if you call that as a ref. He has his hands up, ref. Maybe a bump with that, with the hip. I don't know, but, I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do. It's a contact sport.
Yeah. Well, especially you have a guy driving baseline on you, right? And you're a guy as big as Colonel is. You're not just going to let him, you're not just going to let him in, but I feel like he did exactly what he needed to do. Kept his hands straight up. He had a guy basically fall into him. So, I don't know, good use of the body there by Dorman, right? But you're going to put it on the ref there to make a decision. And he calls a foul, finishes a 3-point play there, and back to an 8-point lead here for Windsor Forest.
They're executing the free throws. They get into the line, hitting free throws. I think they've missed one this half and made a lot. So that's one good thing if you Windsor Forest. But if it grows, you got Johnson on the bench getting a little rest. He needed that little last-minute rest, but you got to get a bucket right here.
Out to the corner for Bing. That a deep 3, probably 2-3 feet behind the line, and a huge shot for the Groves Rebels to get it back within 5.
They needed that 3. That's a huge 3. It's looking like we're going to the fourth quarter with a good game on our hands right now.
Maybe the answer here from Windsor Forest. No, that one rims out for Grosvenor.
See if Groves could get out and get a last-second bucket.
Yeah, Groves pushes it up here to Colonel.
He's hustling.
But still able to get the shot away. And that one rims out. That was Bing trying to hit the big shot there with about a second left on the play clock. So moving into the fourth quarter, it's a 40-35 ball game. Windsor Forest with the lead now. But, man, we got a great fourth quarter to come back to here on ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day game of the week. Let's hear from Cash and Carey to lead us into this fourth quarter.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carey. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carey and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
And welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you from the campus of Windsor Forest. And the Knights holding the 42-35 lead as we start the fourth quarter here. Groves, a 5-point deficit, trying to get back in this ball game. But, man, they've been down by 10. They've been down by 11. But they're hanging in it here in the fourth. Ikeen Johnson trying to pull him back within 2. That one misses, but Colonel finishes at the rim. Those are, I think, his first points since the second quarter.
Absolutely.
And they pull it within 3 here at the 40-37.
Credit to Groves for sticking in and sticking to the game plan. They're playing great defense, getting out on the fast break, getting easy buckets. Now it's just a 3-point game.
Windsor Forest rotating over at Dorman with a pump
nice.
fake. Then he drives, passes it over.
That's really
and
nice.
that one fouled.
That one's a foul, though.
Yeah, that was Colin Anderson trying to get that one away. He drove in the first time, ended up on the floor. Drives in the second time, ends up on the floor. But hey, this time he comes away with the foul and 2 shots.
Absolutely, that one was a foul. That was a lot of contact on that one where he bumps him, and hands is up, but you still bump him. You can't use your body. A lot of contact, but credit to Groves for sticking in. And now Windsor Forest, you got to execute at the free throw line because they're making their own run now.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, too, though, got to be able to hit those free throws, right? Anderson, again, misses the first one. We'll see if he can get 1 of 2 here with the 3-point lead for Windsor Forest. And like you said, with that foul, you can't use your body. It's not just hands hitting arms and stuff like that. It's all about the body, too.
Absolutely.
Anderson hits the second, pushes this one to 4. 41-37 here, 7:20 left in the fourth quarter.
Okay, we see Windsor Forest in kind of like a 1-3-1, 1-2-2 zone right now, trying to slow down Groves. But Groves has a lot of shooting going on the side. Maybe they can hit a big 3 to type,
Get it into Colonel. Colonel double team. Did he get fouled? No, that's a timeout by Coach there for Groves. So we'll come back to it here in just a second after hearing from Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Oxtail Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at Kool Vibes.
And welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you on the campus of Windsor Forest. As the Knights holding a 41-37 lead here with 7:04 left to go in the ballgame. Tremaine Johnson trying to get it in and gets it into Ikeen Johnson. Gets it down low to Colonel. Back out to Johnson for 3. And that one off to the right. This is Dante Bass coming away with the rebound. Pass it up to Abasi Scott to the corner. Back out to Scott here now double teamed. And gets it down low to Anderson. Anderson, the pass, but that one tipped away. But it tipped right back to Windsor Forest. No foul called, as you mentioned, but a lot of contact there. Now Bass at the top with Ikeen Johnson guarding.
You got to love the defense. Now Groves in the man-to-man because they have to speed up this game. They know they're down 4. You got to get some stops on the defensive end.
This is Bass. Pass cross court to Anderson. Anderson for 3.
Nice
Nothing
rebound.
doing there. Singleton with the rebound. And you see just how far he can go up and get it when he needs to. Tremaine Johnson well rested now after a few minutes on the bench to finish off the third quarter. But that one tipped away. And Dorman charging in here down low. Can't finish it. But the rebound and the dunk. The slam home by Anderson.
Oh, my goodness.
And now Colonel.
And now we got to slam dunk on the
court
other
with
end.
the dunk. 6 to go.
It's just 2 points, ladies and gentlemen. It's just 2 points.
43-39 here as the
this
crowd getting to this one after 2
They're
straight
woke
dunks.
now. They're woke now. But you got to love the response from Groves. They're like, okay, you got a dunk. We'll give you a dunk right back. It's just 2 points. You got to get on the other end. Don't celebrate.
Well, that's the thing, right? Huge dunk, huge follow-up by Anderson. Impressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you got to get back on defense.
get back.
That's a 6'8" guy getting all the way down the court and dunking it before your whole team can get back on defense. So got to keep your head in the game. Still, though, 4-point game, as Windsor Forest still holds the lead.
Absolutely. I credit Groves for that. They didn't worry about the incitement and what's going on and the yelling in their face after a dunk. They just say, okay, let's run back on the court and get another bucket and, cut the deficit back to 4 again. That's what good teams do. They don't get, mesmerized or brainwashed by the moment.
And this is Landy after a quick conversation there between the refs and the coaches. Anderson with the travel there, and took about one extra step there as he drove into the lane. And now back over to Groves. And this is the thing. This is the threshold, right, that Groves has to break. It's been between 4 and 6 points all game, really, all second half. But we haven't seen him score in this possession. I feel like got to come away with points here if you're Groves.
You called it earlier. We might see an overtime game tonight. I'm hoping to. I love watching basketball. Both of these teams are just really hard-fought, great teams that are playing right now.
That one tipped away by Anderson. Windsor Forest gets their hand back on him, but now knocked out, got by Groves. Windsor Forest going to retain possession here. 5:19 to go in the ball game, and some more transition substitutions here. Bing out, Anderson out there for Windsor Forest. Caballero comes back in the ball game for Windsor Forest, and you have Kari Manning and Amari Grant, in for Groves.
Nice
that one blocked. You block pass by Colonel. And you have Groves pushing it back up here. Ikeen Johnson in the corner, drives in the lane, tries to get it down to Grant, but that one tipped away. Now, defense going everywhere. A lot of contact. Surprised that one wasn't a foul. But Abasi Scott now trying to establish possession here. Gets it over to Dorman in the half court. Slowing it down here, Windsor Forest. 4:50 to go in the game. Gets it back over to Scott. Open for three. And airballs that one. Pushed a little too far. Grant out to Tremaine Johnson.
That's a beautiful
down
pass.
To Colonel, who finishes it with the dunk again. Like you said, what a bounce pass between defenders for Colonel. And, of course, the slam that we've seen, 3 or 4 times now from Colonel on the evening. Pushes it 2-point ball game, 43-41.
That's a beautiful pass. It's what I said. Groves has to get out in transition based off their defense in order to get buckets. And right now they're doing so.
Man, that shot by Dorman rims out. You have Colonel who gets up off the floor. Not sure why he ended up on the floor there, but some contact is kind of holding his hips. Hope that he's okay.
If you're coach, you might want a timeout, but at the same time, you don't want to kill momentum. But these guys are gassed. They're out here playing.
And that's some contact
there goes that timeout.
Yeah, timeout there by Coach Evans, and that's going to be a full timeout here for the Groves Rebels. We'll come back after we hear from Geechie Rootz with a few minutes left to go in this ball game, a 2-point lead for Windsor Forest.
Joey and Naomi Schultz. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
Welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Want to thank as well Grainger Honda of Savannah. Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. The President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you on the campus of Windsor Forest as the Knights leading this one 43-41. But Groves trying to get back into it. They've clawed their way back from a 10, 11-point deficit. Now 3:45 to go in the ball game and only down by 2.
I was seeing Windsor Forest and probably a 2-1-2. They're just switching up these defenses, trying to throw whatever they can at Groves to confuse them. But the patience is there. You're only down 2 now, so now it's a ball game.
Ikeen Johnson in the corner gets it down to Colonel, but that one goes through his hands. Now Dante Bass, this is closing time, but now he gets it over to Javante Landy. And Landy has been huge in this ball game. He's a leading scorer at the break and has only followed that up with a big second half here as well. Gets it over to Keen Carter. Carter tries to pass it back out, but this one back and forth, and it looked like Singleton got his hands on that last. Going to stay with Windsor Forest with 3:10 to go here in the ball game.
That defense for Groves is there. They've clamped down. They've arrived in this fourth quarter crunch time. That's when you want to arrive and look at that defense.
That one tipped away by Singleton. Ikeen Johnson out, and it's tied up. 3 minutes to go in the game at 43-43. Groves has gotten them back into it.
Yep, we have a ball game. The defense is going to win them games. They have to get out. They have to create turnovers and run. That's what Groves is built like in these big games. We saw it last week against Beach, and now they're doing it. Now you got a tie ball game.
This is Landy.
Oh,
and the follow-up by Bass finishes at the rim.
He got up there.
He absolutely did. I mean, he grabbed that one at least 6 or 7 inches above the rim.
And everybody jumped. I mean, that's just being taller and more athletic at this point.
Elevation, man.
That's
Kari
a beautiful
Manning
pass.
with the pass
Oh, my
down
goodness.
to Singleton, who was able to finish it down low. 2:22 to go, 45-45. And Landy walking it back down the court here. Jermaine Johnson going to meet him in half court. Landy drives in, kicks out to Michael Caballero for 3, finishes it, punches it in. 48-45 after the 3 by Caballero. Ikeen Johnson drives baseline, goes up for it, and that's going to be a charge. Dante Bass establishes position down low.
That's a charge. Yeah. That one was a charge. He was set up there. He was positioning right the entire time. That one right there is a charge.
And a little conversation happening here between the ref and Coach Evans. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. 3-point lead for Windsor Forest. Landy.
They're picking up Landy full court, but I don't know if I do that. His dribble penetration has been great. He's quick with the ball.
He's been able to handle it all night and does so again here. Just walks Ikeen Johnson up the court. Now Bass at the free throw line. Trying to back his way down. Pass out to Keen Carter. Keen Carter for 3, and he hits it.
The 4-point play. Wow, look at the change of events right there. Look at the change of events right there.
My goodness.
And that should have been a tech. Oh, my gosh. He was yelling at Colonel.
Yep.
That should have been a tech right there.
Yeah, a little surprise there, but either way, it comes away, like you said, a 4-point play with a big 3. This game started with a huge free from Keen Carter, and with 1:41 to go in the ball game, if you're able to hit this, put yourself up by 7. Certainly don't want to write any endings or anything like that yet.
It's going to be tough selling. It's going to be real tough selling. And the change of events, PJ, that charge on this end, the 3 before that, the charge, and then you come down and hit a 4-point play. Maybe if the ref would have saw him yelling, you put a couple of points on the board, but dang, just 45. Now, Windsor Forest on the 7-0 run. Let's see if Groves can respond.
7-point game here for Windsor Forest, and Groves trying to get back into it again. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Ikeen Johnson at the top. Gets it back over to Tremaine Johnson. Trying to drive in, trying to find some room. The mid-range jumper by Johnson. That one rims out. Caballero with the rebound.
Oh, that may have been a foul on that mid-range. Coach is trying to talk to the refs, but he's not giving it to him.
And a timeout by Windsor Forest and Coach Clark. 1:11 to go in the ball game. 7-point lead by Windsor Forest, and they're going to retain possession of the ball after this full timeout. But we'll come back to it after we hear from Cash and Carry.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Both teams are playing hard.
And welcome back, ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you on the campus of Windsor Forest. The Knights push it back out to 7 points after being tied at 45-45, now 52-45 with 1:11 to go back in the ball game. And Abasi Scott for the Knights with the ball. Ooh, that one almost a backcourt violation.
Two things right here. If you want to be Groves, you got to turn them over. If you're Windsor Forest, you want to play keep away.
That has to be quick. 57 seconds and counting to go in the ball game already. Back over to Scott. Feel like you got a foul probably here soon. Now Keen Carter for 3.
I don't know if that's the shot you want.
I'm not sure it is either. Groves comes down with a rebound. This is Singleton trying to push it. You have to finish this one, and he doesn't. At a block on Landy. So now Singleton going to the free throw line 43 seconds to go in the ball game. And listen, I'm with you. Like, you're a three-point shooter. You got to have amnesia, right, of whatever happened before. But King Carter's been feeling it kind of all night. Still, like you said, probably not the shot selection if you talk to coach that he would have wanted with about 45 seconds to go in the ballgame.
No, absolutely. That is not the shot you want. You want to run out this time as much as possible. There's not a shot clock in high school basketball. You want to run out that time. Maybe some sweat on the floor right here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he had a lot of bodies on the floor there with Singleton and Landy down. So, obviously, all these guys getting after it. So, probably a lot of sweat down there. But either way, 43 seconds to go here in the ball game. And, you know, that's the thing, too. You had Groves on the back foot there also. I mean, I feel like there was a foul coming there soon because they were really starting to throw bodies at the ball handler. But either way, Singleton at the line here. If he hits both, he can get it to 5. And that one hits the backboard and rims out. So kind of what we've seen all night. Possibly a 1 for 2, but both teams have struggled mightily from the free throw line.
I've said it, and I'll say it again. In big games, you have to hit free throws, and neither team has hit a lot of free throws tonight, but Groves in particular has been really bad from the free throw line. It may have cost them this game. They've hit just half of the free throws that they're taking, but still credit to both teams. This is a really hard-fought game. Game is not over yet. You can still create some turnovers.
Absolutely not. Down by 6 now with 43 seconds left. I think the thing that hurts you right now, though, too, is you haven't really been able to hit the 3-ball all night. There's been 1 or 2, but Groves kind of struggled shooting so far from the 3-point line, but builds up that pressure here defensively with 40 seconds to go in the ball game. Pass over to Dante Dorman. He's able to keep his feet in bounds. Mike Caballero now brings it into the half court. Passes it back out to Landy. 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Feel like you got to come away with a foul there. Nothing, drives in. Landy able to hit and finish the 3-point play.
He's been finishing all night. He's been spectacular tonight. It's not the buckets or the points he's been getting. He's controlled this game. When the team needs to calm down, who do they give the ball to? Landon right there. I mean, he's hit like 3-4 and 1s tonight. He's controlling the game. He's a floor general. He's running the show. And if I had to give a player of the game, he's absolutely the player of the game.
Right. And this kind of surprised that there has to be a point where you absolutely have to start to foul. Right. And the whole team has to know that. And I feel like Colonel comes out there to guard Landy, and he's just not sure if he wants to foul or not. Goes in not as aggressive as he should have. And Landy comes away with a 3-point play. 3-point, no good. Here now, Colonel gets it back out to Ike Johnson for 3. That one rims out. Windsor Forest comes away with it with a 9-point lead. You feel it starting to come away. 12 seconds to go in this ball game. 9 seconds. Windsor Forest passes it out, gets it across half court, and calls a timeout.
We'll probably see Windsor Forest come out the timeout and just hold the ball. I think both teams have to respect that just game's over, a 9-point game, 7 seconds left. Let's hold the ball.
And that's going to be a full timeout here. We'll hear one more time from Geechie Rootz.
Joey and Naomi Shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger Outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger Outlet in Pooler today or shop online at GeechieRoots.com.
And welcome back. ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery here with you on the campus of Windsor Forest. And the Knights trying to wrap up this ball game. A 9-point lead with 7 seconds to go here. Just got to retain possession in the backcourt. And it looks like Javante Landy is going to do exactly that as the time ticks away. And Windsor Forest comes away with a hard-fought 55-46 win over region rival Groves Rebels. And this technically, as we said, a home game here for Groves. They battled hard, came all the way back into it, but it was 45-45 with 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. A 9-1 scoring run by Windsor Forest to finish things off. And we've said a lot tonight that there's been a lot of guys that have, included themselves in that big win for Windsor Forest. Some big plays there late by Abasi Scott and Mike Caballero. Of course, Dante Bass with all he adds to the team. The man, Javante Landy, when they needed him in finishing time, he was right there. But really, he was right there all game.
Absolutely. Landon he's my player of the game. But I will say this, that's what I call a champion's run by Windsor Forest. 45-45, maybe 2:30 left to go. And you go on a champion's run, 7-0 run. You hold Groves scoreless. You hit a 3 in the corner. You hit a 4-point play in the other corner, Jamal Crawford style. Then you come on the other defense and just hold them the last 2 minutes to 1 point. So at the end of the game, they go on a 13-1 run to finish the game off and win 55-46. Credit the Groves, credit the Windsor Forest. You see, that's the first time we've seen all year where they're at the end of the game, they're giving each other dabs. Normally they go away because of COVID, but they have that mutual respect for both of each other. And I mean, would you be mad if we see this rematch in the chat? I mean, this is really nice.
I mean, absolutely not. What an exciting ball game this was. Then again, there's a few teams in this region that would like to argue with that a little bit. I mean, you have the Johnson-Adams Smashers with all they've been able to do this year, and of course, some other scrappy bunches as well. Beach pushing Groves to overtime just last week. So, I mean, there's plenty of very talented and very good high school basketball teams in this region. I think, I just can't wait for the region tournament, right? It's going to be a fun one for sure, especially when you have the talent and the length that we've seen on the court tonight. Man, how many blocks, dunks, tipped balls do we see tonight? And that especially from Bass and Gerald Colonel, who had himself a ball game there for the Groves Rebels.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to be in a treat come tournament time. This it's like a little mini March Madness. We're going to be in for a treat because we've seen Beach, we've seen Windsor Forest, we've seen Groves. Those are 3 of the top teams in this region. They're all going to be in the tournament. And now we see this game tonight. It's just like, man, we're in for a treat. But you're right. It was a lot of length on the court tonight on the Groves. And you saw nothing but guys with long wingspans and arms just stretching themselves out. And on the other end for Groves, on the other end for Groves, just great defense, getting out athletic guys. That's what, 9-1-2 basketball is about. A lot of hustle, a lot of good basketball.
Gerald Colonel, got to thank Dennis Knight from the Savannah Morning News once again for bringing over some stats. Colonel with 16 on the evening. You had Ikeen Johnson with 10 for Groves leading the way. And then Javante Landy with 16 points of his own and able to finish off those shots there late, especially that big and one. You had Keen Carter hitting the threes when you really needed it. But, man, some huge finishes down low, especially by Javante Landy. And as we talked about, I think he's going to come away, even though, like, you see the impact, of course, that we talked about from Dante Bass on the ball court and the passing ability that he has, even the dunks as well from Corin Anderson coming up big. But Landy being that guy all night, really facilitating the ball game offensively and coming up with some big defensive plays. I think he'll be our player of the game.
Absolutely. He's the player of the game. Point guard, it's really hard to play that position in games like this where guys are flying around the court, creating turnovers, wreaking havoc, and he controlled the game. I mean, he may have had, 1 or 2 turnovers tonight? You'll take that as a coach.
Right.
But, I mean, he had, 3 4-point plays? He was just finishing at the rack, just controlling the game, being a floor general. And that's what you need for a championship team. These guys have 3 losses on the season against really quality teams like Pebblebrook, Grayson, some of the best teams, not in Georgia, but in the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys, they've controlled it all year. They've been great, but that was a real good game, and he controlled the game all throughout the entire game.
Absolutely. And an incredible one here from the campus of Windsor Forest. And the Knights going to come away with the 55-46 victory over the Groves Rebels in this one. I want to thank Cam Ursery for joining us here on the broadcast. Of course, PJ Zuko here with you. We'll come back with you next week as the regular season starting to wind down, but going to come back with you next week here on ESPNCoastal.com. Of course, for ESPN Coastal's High School Game Day Game of the Week. Be sure to follow on Twitter, Instagram, all those things for where we'll be here next week. But from Windsor Forest, the Knights get the 55-46 victory. Want to thank our sponsors once again as well. Geechie Rootz, Kool Vibes, Pizza and Wings. Of course, Cash and Carry and Grainger Honda. Also, Grainger Honda, Savannah's only and now 9-time President's Award winning dealership. President's Award is the highest customer service award that a Honda dealership can receive. Find out more at GraingerHonda.com. I'm going to hear one more time from these fabulous sponsors. Once again, PJ Zuko, Cam Mercery, hoping you have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. God bless.
After a day of the hottest sports in town, sometimes you just gotta unwind.
Yeah, Kevin, and the perfect place to do it, Kool Vibes Pizza and Wings.
That's because Kool Vibes offers delicious pizza, wings, sandwiches, and salads, all with a Jamaican Caribbean island twist.
And the atmosphere is 100% kicked back. No worries, man.
Plus, they're the home of the Ox Pizza.
Kool Vibes Pizza, 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. That's coolvibespizza.com. Kool with a K.
Come on and unwind at
Joey and Naomi shows. We've brought our African style and influence to Tanger outlets in Kool, Georgia.
Geechie Rootz has authentic African clothing, jewelry, and accessories for men, women, and children. Check out our vibrant dresses, traditional dashikis, homemade body butters, body oils, and more. Quality products at an affordable price. Visit Geechie Rootz at the Tanger outlet in Pooler today or shop online at geechieroots.com.
I'm Kenny Grainger from Catch and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.